Hey guys, I'm Joe. This is the Rebels Advocate, and it's not Monday, it's Saturday. But I still wanted to take some time out and talk to you guys. I had something on my mind. But make sure you tune in Monday for episode 5 of Well. It should be late Monday night sometime. But I had some thoughts today. I've been out and about. Had to go pick up some groceries, and which, by the way, during this pandemic, I got to be honest. Picking up groceries, the pickup system, oh my god, for a guy like me, that is just so wonderful. To just get on the internet, tap what you need, pull in the parking lot, tap, hey, I'm here, sit in your car, they open the back, load it up. It's great. I don't have to talk to anybody. So, pandemic or no pandemic, let's keep that going. I like that. But I deactivated my Facebook today, so yeah, I'm operating on a whole other plane of existence. I've been enlightened. I mean, you guys wouldn't understand. I'm living in the real world. It's just amazing. These last 5 hours without Facebook has just, enlightened me. So it's been a deep experience. But no, I did deactivate my Facebook because I just need to break. I've been kind of going to war with yesterday. I always kind of go at it with racists and bigots, but yesterday, yesterday I went to war, and I'll talk more about that in a minute, but isn't really the point of this post or this video, but we'll talk about that later. But it's exhausting, and I went at it with so many different people that you're kind of tied to that phone all day long, replying to 40 different people, and I don't regret it, because I was definitely going after horrible people, but it takes a toll on you. So I decided to unplug, and I didn't set a time. I've done that before, like see if I can go a week or see if I can go. Didn't. I just kind of decided. First of all, last night when I went to bed, I put on some music, like kind of a psychedelic trance music. Just kind of searched it on YouTube and just put on music and laid back, because I've been having trouble sleeping, and just kind of, I guess, a form of meditation. Just tried to let my brain go where it would. Didn't try to think about anything. Just forcefully just kind of let my subconscious take over, if you will, and just guide me wherever until I fell asleep. And I know at one point I realized that I need more music in my life, because I don't listen to a whole lot of music. About the only time I listen to music is if I'm with my family in the car, because usually if it's just me in the car, there's a very good chance I'm listening to a podcast. If I'm doing work around the house, mowing the yard, doing work inside the house, cleaning, whatever, if I got earphones on, usually it's a podcast. I'd prefer to listen to a podcast than I would listen to music. But I realized last night, it's like I need more music in my life, because music just I don't know, it triggers something in the brain, and just helps you just let go of everything else and kind of forget everything else. It's kind of relaxing, cleansing, all that kind of woo-woo talk. And so I don't know what it does, but it makes me feel good. But and in that moment I realized, okay, I need to take a break. So this morning, I got up, I clicked on Facebook, checked my notifications. I do have a warning now on my Facebook, because apparently you can't tell a racist to go F theirself without, That's kind of seen as bullying, I guess, even if they are a racist a-hole. So I am on a warning. But check my notifications. Looked at my memories, because that's one of my favorite things, and then I just went and deactivated. Didn't set a time limit. Who cares? If I reactivate tonight, if I reactivate a week from now, a month from now, 2 days from now, I'm not even thinking about that. All I'm thinking about is, let's just relax. Let's just take it easy for a day or two. So anyway, this post really isn't about whether you deactivate or don't deactivate, or take a break from social media or don't. I could care less what you do. This post was about, I went driving to pick up groceries, and I'm driving back, and I'm thinking, I'm listening to music. Again, I didn't listen to a podcast, I listened to music, and just felt good. Felt real good. Just calmed down. I felt light, if that makes sense. Just less worried, less stressed. I wasn't waiting for that. And I got thinking about how our interactions go. Now today, obviously, in this pandemic, I'm not dealing with people. Very, very little. And actually, my wife and I have a COVID scare. We got tested yesterday for COVID and are waiting for results. We've both been sick for a few days now, and so there could be a possibility we have it, and which I'm honestly kind of hoping we do, because our symptoms haven't been great. I've had a couple bad days, but all in all, considering what a lot of people have gone through, it's been, obviously I'm sitting here talking to you, so it hasn't been that bad. So in a way, I'm kind of hoping it is COVID, because that would mean we had a fairly mild case. But I'll talk more about that Monday on Well, episode 5. Tune in. But anyway, I'm driving back, and I'm thinking about things I've heard people say about social media and taking a break from social media. And a lot of times, if you're like me, and you get wrapped up in kind of going at these people, these racists, these bigots, you hear a lot of people say, you get down and out. Like, I've definitely got down and out about just how horrible people are in this area. I've talked about it before. It's not just my area. It's across this country or around the world. Like, there's a lot of just crappy people. And a lot of people seem to say there's more good people than there are bad. And they are confident in that. I'm not that confident in that. I think on the surface, there are more good people than bad, very much so. But if you get below that, I'm not sure. So I was thinking about, like I said, pandemic, I'm not interacting with a lot of people, but let's imagine there's no pandemic, and I am. Let's imagine instead of going and picking up my groceries, I went in the store and went grocery shopping as I would have, pre-pandemic. I would have met people. I would have saw people, I kind of know, not friends, but we would have stopped and talked. We would laugh. Let's say we stopped at a restaurant and ate. We would chit chat with the waiter or waitress and have a good time. And you go to the garage to get your oil changed or whatever you might do, and just during the course of a week, all the different people you meet, you're on the bus, you're wherever you go day to day, you're going to meet those a-holes. You're going to run into annoying people, mean people, but for the most part, you're going to have good interactions with people. You're going to smile, you're going to talk to people, and mostly have positive interactions. And that's how I feel when I am in the real world, out here, moving about. That's usually my experience. Very positive interactions with people. We're not talking about politics, and we're not talking about this and that. It's mostly good interactions. Now at your job, it might be a little different, because after a while you're around somebody so long, you get you get a little below the surface. Now, here's what we know about social media. You hear people talk about how fake social media is and how you can't really know, like if you only know somebody through social media, you're seeing this facade they're putting up. You know, you're seeing an image of them that they want you to see. Like for me, for example, I really don't care. I am what I am, but you know, some people you won't even know what they look like. If, you know, you may have a Facebook friend you've had for years, and if you saw them in public, you'd have no clue that it was them, because they don't look anything like the pictures of themselves they put on there. They're heavily filtered, and usually from here up and from a weird angle. They're only showing pictures of the best of times, you know, their vacation pics or their pics when they're doing something exciting. It looks like they lead these exciting lives. And so it is a bit of a facade. It is a bit, you know, not real, detached from reality. And for those reasons, a lot of people will say, and it seems legit, like when you're on social media, you're not dealing with the real world. This isn't a true representation of the real world. This isn't a true representation of what people are really like. Get out in the real world, interact with real people, and you'll see that the majority of people are good. The majority of people are nice, sweet, compassionate, empathetic, you know, all of those things, and you'll feel better. Now, the truth is, I do believe that last part. I do believe if you stayed off social media and you just lived in reality, away from any form of social media, and you just dealt with people face to face, I do believe you would walk away feeling better about humanity. You would walk away happier, probably less stressed, all of those things. You would have, you know, just a better outlook on the world in general. And so, but is that a positive thing? You know, I don't know. I'm not here to answer that question. I have no clue. Talk to a psychiatrist or, you know, somebody who actually knows those things. But here's what I do think. I think reality, these face-to-face meetings, could be more of a facade than social media. It's, if you think you're only seeing one part of people on social media, understand you're only seeing probably less in reality, face to face. You're never getting below the surface with these, you know, these brief interactions, and the process of hiding behind a keyboard, even if you're known, you know, take me for example. Some of the things I post, I'm going to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't say in face-to-face conversations with most people. Number one, because I'm so nervous and withdrawn and have such anxiety problems, I can never, you know, I can't even feel free enough to talk like that face-to-face. I probably couldn't think of half the witty things I think of to, you know, if you can sit there and have time to think and type it out. But, you know, it's this whole other level, and that person that I'm projecting on Facebook, on social media, whether you're Facebook, Twitter, you know, whatever it may be, that's coming from inside, you know, who you are. These racists and bigots, you're going to meet those people out in the world, and they're going to be some of the nicest people you ever met. Those are going to be the people you interact face to face with on a daily basis, and they're going to be some of the nicest people you ever met. If you break down on the side of the road, if you have a flat tire on the side of the road, they may stop and help you fix your flat tire. They can be amazing people. It doesn't mean they're not racist and bigots. It's just you don't get to see that. They don't show you that part of themselves in the real world, in these interactions. So you may feel like the world's a much better place if you're not plugged into social media, but the truth is it? You know, I don't think it is. So somehow, you know, I've always said I try to deal with life as realistically as I can. That, you know, and so I don't know. You take a part of reality, you know, you take a part of these one-on-one interactions, you take a part of this social media interactions, and you kind of pluck out what's real of each of them, and what you find. I mean, basically, what we're doing here with social media is we're getting to see what people think inside their homes. You know what I mean? Like, there was a time pre-internet. I lived back in those days, back in the olden times, pre-internet, where you knew people, and then if you knew them real good, you would be invited into their homes, and that was a whole different. That's how you socialized back then. And when you got in their homes, that's when you really got to know them. You got to see how they live. How are they when they kick their shoes off? You know, when they're lounge back in their shorts and t-shirt. You know, how do they act then? When we're behind closed doors, how, you know, and they're comfortable with you, they've been around you for years, and now there's this comfort level. Then you kind of strip away that surface and you see beneath, and then you learn whether your friend that you've had forever is a truly nice, genuine person, or is there a little racism, a little bigotry, is there a little hate, is there, you know, all these little things you start to learn about these people. That was a slow process back then. Now you can learn all of those things, how people are behind closed doors, what they feel like when they're home. You can learn those things from people you don't even know personally. That's the difference. It isn't that social media is a facade. If it's a facade of anything, it's really superficial. The facade it doesn't even really matter. It's more about looks and how they might live their life and how much fun they're having. But as far as their true personality and who they truly are, you're not getting a facade. You're getting who they really are, for the most part. And so then we're left with, okay, now tell me. Taking this new information, now tell me. Is the majority of people good, or are they bad? And then how do you even judge? I mean, if a person is good 90% of the time, but the other 10%, they're just pure hateful, you know, straight up racists and bigots, you know, what group are you going to put them in? Those good people or bad people? You know, depends on who you are. A lot of people will still consider those people good. Oh, they're good. They just got a racist streak. You know, to me, you're not a good person. That doesn't make you a good person at all. And so I was just thinking a lot about that today. And you know, it's just thoughts I had, and I thought I'd put them on video, just kind of talk it out, because it does make me wonder. You know, so many people seem to dismiss social media as, well, it's not an accurate representation of, you know, the real world. I believe it is. I think we have to take social media, we have to take our real life interactions, we have to put them together. This is reality. I hate to break it to you, but social media, the internet, everything that goes on there is our reality now. It's as real. Those interactions we have are as real as the face-to-face. They have real effects. I'm taking a break from social media right now because it's having an effect on me mentally. And so for my mental well-being, I'm saying I'm going to take a break for a little while. I'll come back, but and this is something I may do from now on. This may be a new, you know, depending on how I feel, this may be what I do. Don't cut social media out, but take these breaks. You know, maybe, you know, on again, off again. Shut it down, take some days off, pick it back up. Because the truth is, here's the thing, is, and now I'm going to kind of conclude what we're talking about that, and then we'll go back to what I was talking about with dealing with these racists and these bigots. Whenever I do go back, You know, I've talked a lot about struggling with how to interact with people, whether to keep my Facebook just drama free. You know, sometimes I think, okay, I'm just not going to engage with those people. I'm going to post cat pictures, pictures of my kid, pictures of my wife, pictures of me. You know, I'm going to post jokes and funny memes or whatever. Like, I'm going to keep my Facebook lighthearted and have less stress in my life, and just not deal with that. And if I feel I need to get any of those frustrations out, you know, bring it here, make a video or whatever, you know. And I've went back and forth on that, and I can tell you right now it's not going to work. And here's why. Whenever I go back, I'm going to go straight back to war with these racists and bigots. I don't care, because yesterday, when, like I said, yesterday was, man, I hit so many. I started 50 fires, and, you know, and I was dealing with them all day long. It was just like a drive-by of multiple drive-bys of racists, just like pow, pow, pow. I got a bunch, you know, and then they start shooting back, and then I got to go back down the line and deal with all of them. And I've employed various tactics, and it kind of depends on who I'm talking to. You can kind of judge a person, because most racists that you're going to deal with, and it's been mostly racist here lately. Like before all this mess, it seemed like I was dealing mostly with bigots towards, you know, the LGBTQ people, just those kind of bigots. Lately it's been more racist because of everything going on in 2020. So, but when you're dealing with these kind of people, whether, you know, they're one and the same, basically, they're usually 99 out of 100 times, they are not the most intelligent people you're going to deal with. And so sometimes I use facts, you know, a little logic and reasoning, but it's not going to reach these people most of the time, and most of the time you're not going to reach these people anyway. The biggest point is to try to reach the people who aren't commenting or kind of looking on. You know, you're going to change more minds of people who never even engage than you will with the actual people you're engaged with. And I've learned that if you think you won't, trust me, you will. And on occasion, I have those people message me, and it's crazy. I've been talking to people on my local news, and had people 1,000 miles away somehow on our local news comment thread who saw the comment and you know, got something from it, and would private message me to thank me, you know, or whatnot, for taking the stand with some of these people. But lately my tactics have been just to humiliate and just embarrass these people, because that's what they deserve. They're low-life scum, and they need to be pointed and laughed at. And it's so easy, if you have any wit at all. These people are so dumb, and so you can intellectually just whip their butts all over the place. You can humiliate and belittle them without belittling them, if that makes sense. Like in a very witty, sarcastic kind of way. I'm not talking about just out like, you're an idiot, you know. I'm talking about, you know, like I literally offered one guy, I was like, I'll give you $5 if you can say one intelligent thing. I'll give you 2 hours. I was like, take all the time you need. Google big words, call a friend, whatever you need. Just one intelligent thing, I'll give you $5. Needless to say, he failed. And it wasn't long to where they just stopped. They realized and I ask them constantly, like, come on, I know you have something of substance to say. Bring it on. You know, give me one argument that makes sense. Can you say one thing that isn't just a slander towards me? Isn't just call me a big dummy? I mean, you can do better than that, right? Come on. And what you find out is these people have nothing to say, and when you engage with them, they're just left dummified. Because for one, in my area, I don't know how it is where you live, but in my area, these people are not used to being engaged at all. They're used to saying whatever they want to say, and no one challenges them. That's how it goes. And that's why I was hitting 50 different people, because nobody engages these people. Nobody calls them out. And I'm not saying I'm the only one. There were other people. But it's so few, like there's no way to get them all. Like there's so few of us speaking up. And nobody I know, nobody on my friends list is in there, you know, saying anything. And so it got me thinking. I was thinking about that, and I was like, if the majority of people are good, if the majority of people are not racist the way they say they aren't, where are they at? Because if we're the majority, it would take no time for us all to stand up, make those people feel uncomfortable, and they'll go hiding. They'll go back into the shadows and hide forever. They might not quit being racist, but they'll quit being open racist. They'll stay out of the comments because they'll be ashamed, because every time they peep their head up, all the good people, if we're the majority, we're going to put them down. We're going to humiliate them. We're going to let them know they're not welcome. So where are all those good people? And I get it. Like I said, I took a break from social media because it's taking a toll. Not everybody wants to engage that way. I get it's not easy. But if we all did it, it would be pretty easy. You know, it would be very easy. But a lot of these people use that excuse, and then they're the same people who will, you know, post an American flag on their wall and be like, who has the balls to post this flag, you know, but like they're doing something brave. Or they'll post the Lord's Prayer like people are going to come, you know, just belittling them for it. And it's like, well, almost everybody on your friends list agrees with you. You're not, you know, so they'll brag about being brave about these stupid things that they know they're not brave in doing, because nobody cares. So where are they in these matters that really matter? Where are they when their fellow Americans need somebody to stand up for them? Because I'll just be honest with you, when people are being racist, I don't think we should expect our black brothers and sisters to have to fight that fight. They shouldn't have to. When it's white people being horrible white people, then it should be the good white people, like me and you say you're not one of them. It should be us standing up and saying, no, we're not going to put up with that. You're not going to make us look bad. You know, fuck you, sit down, shut up. Nobody wants to hear, nothing you have to say matters. You're ignorant. And you're going to go back to the shadows where you belong, tuck your tail, run, and hide. So yeah, if no one else is going to do it, I'll continue doing it. And I hate that I guess I hate that maybe I'm showing weakness by taking these breaks, but those of you who follow me know my mental health problems, and I can't do it every day. It has, you know, I just can't deal with that every day. So I'm going to take some time off, get my bearings, and then when I go back, I'm going to hit them hard. I'm going to be in those comments. Every time I see a racist, I'm going to be there to let them know how ignorant they are, how stupid they are, and I'm going to try my best to humiliate them. Yesterday, I've never done this before, but someone was so openly racist, it was so bad, I put them on blast. I mean, I shared their thing, I shared their information, and I was like, share this far and broad, look at this person, what they're saying. And at first, they seemed to be almost, you know, they didn't care, but it didn't take long. It literally took minutes before this person come back to me and said, hey, if I clean up my feed, will you take this down? And they started taking down not just that post that I shared, but, and I didn't even ask for this, they started taking down several questionable posts that they had made that weren't, let's just say they weren't openly racist, but they were, they had that subtle racism, if you know, you've seen them. And this person took a lot of those down too, apologized, and it was a young man, you know, I'm not sure how old, you know, but I'm guessing not much more than 20, 21, and he apologized. He admitted that what he did was racist. Now, how sincere he was, I don't know. I can't know him personally. He could have, you know, he might be posting racist shit right now, but, you know, I agreed, you take them down, I'll take this post down. And, you know, that's all I can do. And then I thanked him, and he went digging through my Facebook trying to find something racist, and he come up and found something. He just shared, he didn't share the post, he just shared a picture. He's like, isn't this racist? And I was like, yeah, you're right, it's racist. However, do you notice the picture you shared where I have the names marked out? This is a post where I literally shared a post about these racist a-holes and the things they were sharing on my feed, because it was a time when I blocked a bunch of people. And before I blocked them, you guys may remember, I think I talked about this in a video, before I blocked them I took screenshots of just how full of racist and bigoted crap my feed was. It was so horrible, and I just took screenshots. And, you know, respectfully, I really shouldn't, I guess, marked out their name, because if they want to put that stuff out there, but I did. I scribbled out their names, and then I posted it. And it wasn't one picture, it was a ton of pictures. But this guy just picked one out of it, and he's like, you know, you call me racist, isn't this racist? As I pointed out to him how it was, and I said, I'll give you help right now. I was like, I see you dug pretty far back to find that, but, you know, it wasn't really a racist post. But if you want to find some racist posts from me, all you gotta do is go back about, let's see, it's 2020, go back about 7 years. Go back to about 2013, 2012, back in there. You'll find some racist shit. You will find some racist shit, because at one time, I was a racist just like you. That's what I told him. At one time, I was a racist just like you, but I changed my ways, and I really hope you can do that too. I really hope that you can see the harm you're doing and change your ways too. I'm not perfect. You know, if this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos, let me be the one to tell you. If you've watched my other videos, you know I've talked about this openly many times. I'm ashamed of my past. I'm ashamed of who I am, who I was rather. And I'm not perfect today. I'll continue to work on myself to the, you know, hopefully to the day I die. And just just a funny thing to add before I get off here. Yesterday, you know, I was feeling bad. I was having a bad day. Well, first I was feeling great. Kind of like today happened as well. The same thing happened. I was feeling great, and I was ready to do a bunch of work. I was going to go out and finish mowing. I'm mowing my backyard here, and like a couple days ago, yesterday, I was going to come out and mow the front. And so I was feeling great, but I was going to fix us some dinner. So I went out to our building. We have a deep freeze to get some meat, and out of the deep freeze. And when I walked back in, I collapsed. Not real sure. I'm sorry about clicking this. I don't know how long I've been doing that, but that's probably annoying. I'm sorry about that. But I went out to the building, come back in, and just absolutely collapsed. I thought I was passing out. I hollered at my wife, and I was like, I was just laid back on the couch. And I was like, get the blood pressure, whatever you call that thing. And she come and took my blood pressure, and it was actually high, like, which is normal for me. And then, you know, I don't know. Could be my blood sugar, but I've took spells like that before, and had my blood sugar checked, and it's been normal. So, but anyway, I got so weak, and I was almost out of it. I couldn't hardly, I couldn't, like, I could stand, but it just felt like it took every bit of energy to stand up. And at that time, my phone was still going off with notifications where I'd engaged with all these racist a-holes. And so here I am, just feeling like I'm gonna pass out at any minute, but I'm still going at it. I'm still going at it with these racists. And at that moment I thought, you know, what if like I'm actually having, like, say, a heart attack or something. I'm not having pain, but I'm just weak and I don't know. I was like, and what if I died, you know, in a minute? And they're like, literally his last his last few seconds was, you know, commenting back to some racist a-hole. And I was like, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, that would be, I guess that would be an okay memory to leave. Like, he died doing that. And I kind of hope that's reality. I hope well, it would be nice to say that I died and there were no racists left to argue with, or at least there were no open racists to argue with. That would be a lot better, but, you know, reality, probably, you know, I don't think it's possible for me to live that long. But, you know, that would be the better reality. But if not, then let me die, you know, fighting those sons of bitches. You know, I don't care. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Some thoughts I had today, and thought I'd get them out, because when I was thinking about it, I was like, this is probably too much to put in the Monday episode. So I just figured I'd make its own separate video. So thank you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.